Hello and welcome to Cup of Joe with Mo. I hope you've got your coffee ready as I've got mine and we're ready to get right into it. Today we're going to talk about marketing. And a lot of small business owners equate marketing with advertising, and nothing could be further from the truth. Marketing, when you really think about it, is making relationships with your customers and potential customers. That's the easiest way to describe it. It's all about providing the products and services and their benefits that will help your potential customers and creating that relationship over time with them, so when the time comes that they need your product or service, you're the only company that they think of to buy it. So, one of the benefits of saving time, saving money, providing pleasure, providing pain, whatever those are, that's what you want to have in your marketing messages, so that these messages are in your customers' minds, in the back of their head, that they may or may not need it at the time when they hear the message, but as they hear it over time and repetitively, when the time comes that they need it, they think of you. So I want to share with you a funny story that happened to me a few years ago that described this perfectly. I used to be a food TV addict, and I used to watch a show that was called Too Hot Tamales. And they made Southwestern food. It was two women chefs. And fast forward 3 or 4 years, and I was in Las Vegas on business, and we had gone out to dinner, and we happened to choose this Mexican restaurant. And I was sitting there with the group and enjoying our wonderful meal, and up walks one of the chefs, and she was walking from table to table asking her guests how their meal was. Well, when I saw her, I nearly jumped out of my skin because I had been watching her for years on this TV show. I felt like I already knew her, and I was so excited to see her. So when she walked over to our table, I sort of gushed and said, "Hi, how are you?" Now, she played along pretty well. She had never met me before, and I certainly had never met her. But she came over and graciously welcomed us and made sure that we were all enjoying our meal. And after she left, I said to my other guests that I couldn't believe what I had just done because I felt like I had already known her. I had created that relationship with her and she with me over the years of making that television program. So when the time came, and had I known, I would have chosen that restaurant specifically to see her, but I didn't. When I knew her, I knew I already had a relationship with her. And then I was delighted to finish my meal. I think my food actually felt better after I had a chance to meet her. That's what you want to accomplish with your marketing program. You want to be able to have those customers that trust you, that know exactly what your products or services do, so that they can feel when they buy from you, they're going to have a good experience. They're going to get exactly what they want from the product or service that you've told them. They're going to get it at a fair price with really good service. So that's what marketing is about. It's all about all the things that we do in marketing to get to that point where when that customer is ready to buy, they only think of you. And that can take a lot of different forms. As we already mentioned before, advertising is one, where you can take out an advertisement in a newspaper or a magazine or a newsletter or a radio show or television show. That's one way to do it. But there's at least 30 other ways to market your business. There's social media, which is huge. And again, we don't want to just do marketing for the sake of doing it. We want to make sure that whatever form of marketing we decide to do, however we decide to reach out and work with those customers and expose our products and services and share with them the benefits of what it means to them, that we are using the proper way to do that. So for example, if you sell to baby boomers, maybe on the higher end of baby boomers, now that I am one, that may not be familiar with social media and may not choose to use that as a method to get information when they're ready to buy a product or service, then you don't want to use social media as one of your strategies. What you want to do is find the way that interacts most with the customers who can buy from you. So, many retail organizations find that if they put advertisements in newspapers, that's the best way to get to the massive customers who could buy from them. Some will find, like me as a consultant, that putting an advertisement in a newspaper is a pure waste of money. There's no sense. I need to have a much more direct way to reach the customers who are going to buy from me. So when we think about all the different ways to market our business, one thing that we want threaded throughout the whole thing is that consistent message, that constant way of sharing the benefits of what we do with our customers. Some people call that branding, and that's very true, although in another video that you'll see in a few weeks, we're going to talk specifically about branding. But what is it about your product? Are you a high-end restaurant where you're going to have fine dining and you're going to pay the price and have outstanding service? Or do you just need to go through a drive-through somewhere and get something real quick and probably not as expensive, but it'll suit the purpose for what they have right now? Both of those businesses are perfectly fine businesses, the high-end restaurant and the lower-end fast food restaurant, but they serve two different needs. Your job, when you put on your marketing hat as the president or owner of a small business, is to know exactly where you fall on that continuum in your branding. Are you on the high end or are you on the lower end? Both are perfectly fine. It's a matter of knowing where you stand so that you can market your products perfectly. So that when the customer knows, are we looking for a beautiful night out to celebrate an anniversary? We want something like this? Or are we in a hurry and we just need to get through a drive-thru and grab our taco? So when we talk about marketing, it's all these different ways of exposing what we do so that when that customer is ready to buy, we're ready to sell to them. It's all about our messaging. It's all about the way that we expose our business. Are we a trendy, fun, happy company that has a ping pong table and a keg of beer in the cafeteria? Or are we a financial services company with lots of mahogany desks and very stoic and serious about your money company? That all is part of marketing. How you portray your business to your customers and how those customers want to buy. So that's what we're talking about today, marketing. It's not just advertising. It's all about building that relationship, wanting those potential customers to trust you, to know you, and when they need your product or service, they have enough information and know where and how to buy so that you're the only one that they think of when they're ready to buy. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.